how do we build momentum, right? And keep it. I want to present these two kind of, well, graphics for you. I call this a results wheel. You want results? Here's how results happen when implementation and execution are really needed. So in this example, just notice the direction of the arrows, right? We're going to start up top with vision. So you have your vision, or, you know, your departmental vision, your mandate as a leader that needs to happen. Most leaders work it out alone, and then they devise a plan, mostly alone, and then they will inform the team somehow through a meeting, through a communication, through a project brief, right? And at best, some teams do it this way, and then they roll it out at a big summit or a big annual meeting or quarterly meeting. But there's still some sense that you're informing people. That's the key difference here. That will equal low performance results. It will have inertia. That wheel's not going to get up to speed. There's no momentum in this model. This is where 80% of the teams fail, because it's a solo sport, the thinking and the planning, and therefore then we just go advise people or inform people, and more or less you're telling them what to do. You're not creating it with them. It needs to be integrated for optimal performance. So let's look at what this could look like when you're really going after high performance results. You have your vision, you're moving the opposite way here, or you're moving in the right way or in the flow here of how execution happens. So you have a vision, and at some point early, you include the team in your vision. You start to share with them, here's what I'm thinking, or here's what I've defined. What would you add to this? Or, you know, what do you think about this thinking? Is this the direction? How do you view where we could be in 5 years from now? How do you view what the priorities are over the next 90 days? If we were to put together this team to kind of solve for this customer a breakdown area, how would you design it? So you see, you're including the team in the questions that you are having, and then it starts to become a team vision right from the beginning, not somebody who walks in with it all figured out and then presents it with probably too many slide decks, and people just stare at you and stare at it, and they're confused or they're overwhelmed, okay? Or they want to contribute, but they're not really sure where to start. All of those, again, you can start to hear now are lack of execution. The foundation's not strong. So you're including the team. And then once you start to get that vision kind of together, you start to plan together. What might this look like? How do we chunk it out? Who could do what? Who would be accountable? Where would we measure success? How would we know we're on track, right? What would the end result look like? And you start to get that in a calendar, and you start to assign people, and people can volunteer or step up for certain roles. But you see, now you're going in the direction of the team pulling for this vision, not you pushing for it. And then lastly, you're going to execute together. And I hope you start to see now that if you just jump to execute together and you miss including the team and planning together, you really aren't going to be that successful. It just, if somebody comes to you, and we've all had the experience, and says, do it, there are things that I, of course, do because the boss said so. But it lacks a certain ownership for sure. And if what you're up to as a leadership team and what you're asking your staff to do is really important, which I invite you to have it be, because if you're not up to a big goal, what are you doing? Get up to a big goal, right? Then this is where the culture shifts to one of execution together. And as you see, momentum feeds momentum. This just gets bigger and better, like a flywheel. Once kind of under motion starts to attract more motion and energy, you'll attract the right people. You'll attract the right circumstances. People will ask for bigger responsibilities. They'll ask for bigger accountabilities. They'll volunteer more. They'll step in more. And the success gets addictive, right? Because that success breeds success. And you'll know yourself as a high performance culture who executes every time out, not just sometimes. Final tips and takeaways. How to get people to execute your vision does require a focus on communication and structure. So yes, you can see that is needed. However, It starts with you inviting people to participate versus expecting them to by default. If you miss that step and just jump to all the things we already know, again, it's not reliable execution. You will fail more than you succeed if you don't do the hard work of the communication up front. The degree to which you invite world-class execution is the degree to which the team will respond. So like anything, I have a very high expectation for the teams I coach, for the teams I lead, for my own business, for my own leadership. I expect the best. I expect excellence. I expect execution. I expect implementation. Why would we do something if we don't do the right thinking and have the right context and the right team to win? Why would we do that? And you want to think, you either have a culture who is okay with losing, which we'll do from time to time, but I'm not okay with it. So you either have a culture who's okay with it, or you have a culture who absolutely sets the bar high as a standard that we will execute. You know, every company I use as an example, you know, has its baggage, of course, but you just think about Apple. They have an absolute stand for the quality of their products, right? And they will execute the quality of their products. And if something is subpar from a quality perspective, it doesn't fit with their brand or their culture. And if you're somebody who works in that team who's okay with sub quality, I promise you, you're not working there for long. It's like the environment will just spit you out. Either you'll just go, this isn't for me, or somebody will tell you it's not for you. So each culture is unique, but you want to look at what are your non-negotiables, so to speak. What is it that is so important to your business that it must be executed? Is it delivering to the customer on time every time? Then you got to go after it, right? Is it the quality of your products? Is it the differentiation of the products? Okay, is it the way that your people interact? Is it your unique sales process? You know what those are, but start to get serious about executing them all the time. Is that reality? No, but if I come from, we will always execute, I'm going to do much better than fail 80% of the time, like most of the companies out there. All right. And remember, people want success. Your people want success. And execution is the answer to that want. If we don't execute, there is no success. There's just work after project, after missed timeline, after disappointment. And that's mediocrity. Okay. Execution is the answer to the want that people have, which is let's be successful around here. It's what I signed up for. And it's why you lead as a leader. It's why you started your company. It's why you're interested in leadership. It's why you lead your team. Okay. It's why you're building your company if you're a new entrepreneur. So set this right from the beginning as a mindset, and you'll find that you save yourself many years of frustration and plenty of money along the way. Action items. Download the 5-step execution checklist. You'll see, you got that one pager. Remember it, keep it in front of you and use it. Download the results wheel PDF. Again, that will remind you of the mindset shift that I hope to have left you with out of our masterclass today. Schedule a team meeting to practice and have fun. Re-engage your team with your vision or project vision or departmental vision or week vision or the vision for today. Okay. Have straight conversations about successful execution. Start to practice all those 5 steps. All right. So finally, thank you. Again, I thank you for being here. I want you to know not every leader, manager, founder, business owner finds themselves in a masterclass like this. You're obviously somebody, if you're here right now at the end of this masterclass, who's deeply committed to being the best you can be in leadership, to making a big impact on people, to producing extraordinary business results, right? And having a lot of fun along the way. This leadership game is fun, right? It is fun. It's heartbreaking at times. It's probably the hardest work in the world, but it also, in my opinion, is the most satisfying. So thank you for being somebody like that who's on this journey together for leadership excellence. If you want to know more about the Leadership Academy, it's as simple as going to chadgibson.com. And I invite you, if you're not an Academy member and you enjoyed this presentation, to jump into the Academy. Because in the Academy, I have all the courses and masterminds available to you for a very low monthly cost, okay? I made it accessible for leaders. So I want to shorten your learning curve. I want you to be the best leader you can be every day, a little better, a little better, a little better. And the Leadership Academy is built to absolutely impact that for you. So I invite you to check it out and to join as a member. And if you are a member, thank you for being a member. All right, until next time, have a great one.